Say man, what's up?
Yeah, what's the deal?
You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, LYTE, aka the King of Radio. And I got my boy with me, of course, as always, the good chef, aka, the cake boy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Take a bow, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing? I'm here. I'm happy to be with you beautiful people today, man.
We back. I know it's been a little bit since the first episode that we did, but both had some, some things going on. We both moved.
Yeah, I mean, in the same building.
You lived in the same building, not the same apartment. Not roommates. We don't need those. But we do live in the same building, which is dope. How's the experience been in here since you've been here?
Lovely, actually. I love it. It's I guess kind of just getting. Honestly, this might sound corny, but the biggest thing for me is like figuring out the whole all right, coming and going, like how you exiting, how you leave. So honestly, like I love this apartment, bro. Way better than my last apartment. I'm not there no more, so I can talk to y'all. Man, that motherfucker had roaches. Wasn't rocking with them like that. So, but yeah, so it's cool. It's really cool having a neighbor too that you actually really rock with.
That's a fact.
Like, that's definitely cool. It's really like my family for real. So it's like it's all love over here. How about you?
Yeah, I ain't had no issues since I've been here for real. Like it's quiet.
Definitely quiet.
Everyone kind of seems like they keep to themselves.
Yep.
Which is, how I like it.
Yep.
And then, like you said, like I do like the fact like having someone that I really rock with in the building. Mm-hmm. Little stuff like you forget your keys, or we both got dogs. You need me to take your dog out, I need you to take mine out, or just things like that. Or like when you move, you buy a lot of new stuff. So like carrying packages in, or it's just mad convenient. And then just having someone to hang out with. Yeah. I could hit the dude up at 1 a.m. be like, yo, and it's nothing but going, couple doors down. It's like, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? So no, it's been cool. No issues.
Mind you, we met living in the same apartment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right
the
down
first apartment building we lived in. Met coming up the elevator and been cool ever since. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Link up.
5 years later?
5 years.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, so we're gonna do things a little different today. I got some new things I want to introduce, and this is gonna be technically the first episode of a new series called For the Streets. So what For the Streets is gonna be is very urban type settings, meaning we're gonna talk about music, hip hop, might be some sports, it might be some, just some
like the ESPN of the urban hip hop rap world.
Yeah, and then also thrown into that just like some real topics as far as like I don't want to say like relationships, but like this, like so. I got two things I really want to go through today, and you guys will kind of see the format of what we're doing. We do have a setup, a dope setup of where we're going to start shooting the show at. Unfortunately, today was unavailable to do so, but going forward, that's what we'll be shooting the show at. Yeah, COVID kind of messed some things up. But yeah, so that'll be that. You'll see the new change of scenery for us and everything like that. But so with all that being said, we're gonna get into the topic today, and the first topic that I want to talk about is, and I want to get K-Boy's, opinion on it, is I was having a conversation the other day about music, right? And in that conversation, it came up about Atlanta. Now we both live in Atlanta, so I feel like, but we're also both not from here, so there's no bias in what I'm saying.
Right.
Atlanta, for me, runs music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
How long do you feel like Atlanta has ran music? I said since the early 2000s.
I mean, yeah, just about. I was trying to think of who was like the one to really like. But I mean, there's so many, bro. Like I was about to start with Gucci Mane, but even going before Gucci Mane, you got the Outkast, the Dungeon Family's Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Dungeon Family, like Ludacris, all them folks, like, bro.
Even going back to Jermaine Dupri.
But like,
I feel like when it changed, when it first really started changing was you had the trap music era.
I was just getting ready to say, yeah.
And that's when music kind of like flowed towards Atlanta.
Definitely shifted.
And then you had the snap music era. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like the D for L's, the fresh white tees,
franchise.
Yeah, you had that era of music.
Yep.
And now it just seems like Atlanta just puts out an abundance of
everything.
Stars. Not just regular rappers though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like star rappers.
Oh yeah.
You just go down the list of just this era of music. Lil Baby, Migos,
Gunna,
yeah,
Black,
yeah.
Crazy,
and
bro.
even before that, you could go to Thug. And, you know what I'm saying?
Future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just like this. I feel like it's just Atlanta is really the home of music, and a lot of people move here that aren't from here to do music. Like Ross, for instance, lives here now. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who come out here, you know, from the music industry. But the reason that I feel like this important conversation was so important to me in particular was why I think Atlanta runs music. And I feel like it's something that a lot of other places can kind of learn from, and that's why I wanted to have the conversation.
Word.
So the reason I feel like Atlanta runs music is because Atlanta artists are willing to work with each other. Do you agree with that?
I do. I think that the reason why Atlanta artists, like you were saying, like they choose to like collaborate a lot more. For instance, I mean, I know people talk about this all the time. So like,
you're an engineer.
Yeah.
So he's a perfect person to talk to. So not to cut off, but another part of the series that I'm gonna start doing, he doesn't even know this shit, is I'm gonna start interviewing people that do music and stuff. And he's gonna be my first interview.
You gotta put the applause on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So he's that's why one of the reasons, obviously, we do the show anyway, but one of the reasons I really want to have you on here is because you are in the industry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On a different side of the fence than I'm in the industry. I see it from a radio perspective, being a host. You see it from actually like working with artists.
Yeah, we'll talk.
So back to your point, like you said, you feel like they collab a lot.
Yeah, so I feel like the collaborative effort out in Atlanta is that of like no other. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, I know, LA got the whole, gang thing going on and stuff. You got Bloods and Crips working together out here. Like you got, and that's just one little small aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? You could be in a studio and you might have, this has happened before, you might have 2-3 different, indie labels working. And sometimes, depending on, because every city has its own drama. Everybody has their own beef, whatever the case may be. But you might have somebody hop in the room that, hey, bro, what you working on? Let me lay a verse on that, or let me do that. It's not always as easy as I'm making it sound, but it happens. Like it definitely does happen out here, and it's not rare that it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
if you don't. Like obviously you see it from a backstage point of view, right? But even from a general audience point of view, you can just look at songs or people's albums.
Oh yeah.
Like how many artists are on other people's albums or projects from Atlanta? Like if you go down Amigos track list, there's plenty of artists from Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Or if you go down Little Baby, see he does a lot of work with Gunna all the time. Like you know what I'm saying? Or like you said, like Gucci really uplifted a lot of people in this city as far as putting people on.
Atlanta has like a lot of big like pioneers, bro.
That's a fact.
Off the top of my head, the quickest ones I can name always be Thug, Future, Gucci.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are more. There's definitely more, but like as far as like the Mount Rushmore of like the music scene, what's going on in Atlanta, you gotta put those 3 in there. Like you just cannot. Chief Keef, you gotta put him in there too, but he's not from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But
you're about to hit on my point though of where I'm going with this, right? So he gave me a perfect segue. Chicago is one of the places. Obviously, I'm from Philly, so that's a place that hits near and dear to my heart. And I recently tried to like really start like promoting Philly rappers. Like you know what I mean, like people that I think are dope, that people that outside of Philly don't know. Because I just feel like I owe that, being from there, that if I have a platform, I need to put it on for my city. But Chicago in this particular place, because when I think of places that have an abundance of stars, right? So like for me, when people think Philly, they think me. And then there's rappers, obviously for me, because I'm from there, that I'm like, no, I would listen to ... Shout out.
That's like scratching the surface.
Yeah, like Kerr and
To Serve, Maserati brand.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole area of, you know what I'm saying? Of music. But like Chicago, I could go down. Rest in peace, Savon, Dirk, FGB Duck, 600 Breezy, Montana 300.
All GBE, goddamn, all of them.
Yeah.
Cheeky, Tato, Ball Out, all of them, bro.
Yeah, and we're missing people.
Yeah, facts.
If you want to go in a different direction, Trippie Redd is from out there, right?
Ohio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ohio.
So right in that area, and then I'm missing a
bunch of people, bro. Like
dope rappers from Chicago. I'm just naming people that the general audience.
Off top of the head, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the difference that I feel like from like let's say Chicago compared to Atlanta, Chicago rappers out there kill each other.
Facts.
Like we all, I'm not from 63rd, but like that's real for them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's real beef.
Yeah.
But because of that, they're costing themselves probably millions. They could really be the next home of music if they were willing to put that beef aside. And I know that's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
But if they were willing to put that aside for the music and the money, they could really run rap or be up there in comparison to an Atlanta.
Rather than just having like the selective few from Chicago, like I said, speaking from the outside in, because I'm not from Chicago. I just work with people from Chicago, and you know everybody. It's not a secret. Everybody knows what's going on in Chicago. Y'all popping shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got them shooting.
I mean, they made music based. The name of the music is drill.
Right, yeah. Like
so
that's a fact. You feel it's definitely not a secret. So, but I think like what you were saying, piggybacking off of that was, I definitely think that if and other cities included too, but mainly just like speaking on Chicago, I think that if it was some type of happy medium or just a way that y'all can, like you was saying, collab, just work on the music and just worry about the money, and then let the street politics just kind of dwindle off. Like I said, like you said also too, it's definitely easier said than done. When you have I'm pretty sure there's people on both sides that don't agree. I'm pretty sure there's people on both sides that do agree. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's true or not. It's going a little bit deeper onto it. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just some stuff I heard, but I actually heard like before King Von passed, rest in peace to King Von, that he actually made a couple strides in trying to stop that whole thing was going on. I said, I don't know. It's not. Don't quote me on that, but it's it's just from what I've heard that that was actually in motion before he passed away. You know what I'm saying, like that.
From a money standpoint, this is the thing that makes sense. Like, I get it, and there's some beef that can never be squashed.
Yeah, I get it.
You kill one of mine, I don't know if I can go work with you later.
Yeah.
But it's kind of was like, do you remember they killed Meek for this? Do you remember that? It was probably a month or two ago. Meek came out and basically said that about Philly.
Yeah.
That he wanted to try to put some Philly rappers on.
I remember
he needed them to squash the beef that they had.
Did they grill him for that?
They did, because people were killed behind this beef. So it was. That's a different type. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think they thought? Do you think they thought it was insensitive for him to say something like that?
I felt like they felt like he wasn't in tune with what was going on in the streets.
Oh, like you don't know?
Or if you do know, you're not. How can you? If someone killed me today.
Yeah.
And they tell you to go work with them tomorrow. Are you gonna be able to sit down and be like, oh, this is about music?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand. There's a fine line in between what's acceptable and what's not.
Absolutely.
But if there's no bloodshed, or if there, let's say, minimal, maybe, issues between the two, y'all could put those differences aside and get this money, man. There's so much money out here right now. With the birth, and that's my next topic we're gonna get into about social media. The birth, with social media, where it's y'all can really get a bag. You don't need a label anymore to get popping.
I honestly feel like, bro, the labels be profiting and looking into these street beats and stuff like that. Trying to figure out how to profit from this shit for real.
That's what people I think really fail to realize is the marketing, academics, right?
Yeah.
When Academics was filming the War in Chirac.
Oh my gosh.
That's how Academics got popping for really blew up.
Yeah.
But he was making money off of real deaths.
Facts. Fact.
Vic Mensa and all them pressed him for that.
With 600 Breezy had talked about it too.
Yeah,
He was like,
and Chirac Grim Reaper. What's his real name?
Reese.
Yeah, Reese was, him and Academics might be having to sit down and kind of squash that, but yeah, for a minute, Reese was at Academics next.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
there was a lot of people in Chicago that was out here though, because it was like, you really don't understand like the effect that you're having. Like, you're just like us, like we sitting in the comfort of our home making these videos, talking about, you know, Chirac and all this stuff like that. We have no idea what's actually really going on there.
In Chirac.
Right.
But what I will say, and a little different than Academics, like, and a different, you know what I'm saying? I've been outside for real.
Yeah.
So I can sit here and say, oh, this is what I've seen. You know, it's a different hood, but this is what I've seen.
We can relate to it,
you know what I'm saying? Where Academics wasn't outside of,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was a keyboard nigga for sure.
Yeah, like, at least, like I would never speak on someone else's politics. It's like I wouldn't want no one to speak on ours.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I don't want someone from outside of Philly telling me what Philly situations.
Yeah.
Or, you know, how we should be moving, because there's things that you don't hear that you know what I mean, that we've experienced. So I would never. I'm not saying that to Chicago. Y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that is a place that sticks in my head where I'm like, they got so many stars or people that could have. Bruh, Vaughn was next. Oh, yeah. Not that he wasn't up now,
right?
But Vaughn was only gonna get. He was 26.
Yeah, bro was only going up from there for sure.
Like that. This was his real first album. Yeah. Like all them other ones technically were mixtapes.
Absolutely.
The LeVon James and the, you know what I mean, all that stuff that had crazy story and all that. Those were technically mixtapes. This was his first real produced album. And having someone, especially like Dirk, and Dirk's such a great example of this. I feel like Dirk has really separated himself from the bullshit.
Absolutely.
Like, he gets into a little bit. I mean, you know.
I think that's just because it's in him. But I don't think that's what am I trying to say? I don't think that's an act.
Yeah.
I think that's really him. Yeah. But you could definitely tell he's elevating himself to where
you got to. This is business.
Yeah.
Like, we both run businesses.
Yeah.
You're an independent contractor. I have this podcast, podcast for radio. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk into these business meetings and handle yourself in the same light that you're gonna handle yourself if you outside. Like it just don't work. Unfortunately, we live in a white man's world. That's just a fact. And when you walk into these meetings, they already don't want you there. So then you give them even more of a reason by bringing the gun violence and stuff that comes with it. Like, they're marketing off of it, but two, you're also costing yourself people who don't want to sign you or don't want to deal with you because they don't even know how long they're gonna have you as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that actually definitely plays. Like, you gotta think, bro. Like, business is business. That actually does play a part in when people are thinking about signing artists, or they're thinking about longevity. Like, how long are we gonna be able to pump money from this artist and stuff like that, depending on what you involved in, how good your music is and stuff like that. They're literally putting a time span on you. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he's too heavy in the street. He in and out of jail. I give him a year and a half, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll have to probably shelf him.
I look at someone that I really rock with, like Surf, right? Surf just got signed, awesome, and he makes great music. To me, he does. But Surf's career got shelved twice, and he got booked twice, and it pushed his situation back 2 times because he couldn't stay out of trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those type of situations affect you. Like,
definitely.
Like, if you don't think someone, like, if I think about it, if you got $1 million or whatever it is to invest in someone, but you don't know if they're gonna stay alive, you don't know if they're gonna stay out of trouble, you don't know if they're gonna be able to record, you don't know if they're gonna be able to travel, you don't know if they're gonna be able to go out the state because they might catch a case, why would I give you $1 million?
Prime examples, like look at the TKs.
Right.
Like, that song has probably made so much money.
No, it went stupid.
And I doubt he's probably even seen a stack off of that. I doubt it. I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing.
He got locked up. He put it out, but then he got locked up.
Yeah, like
so even if he is making money off of it, he's not the one benefiting off of it. It's family and stuff like that. Because he's probably never come home.
Sad fact about it is, but even like circling around back to like what the original topic was, Atlanta. Like, yes, obviously there's a lot of street shit going on in Atlanta. Yes, obviously, you know, it's the same stuff, you know, different levels, but the same stuff is going on in Chicago. Similar to stuff that's going on here.
In any city.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, any major city, any inner city that's going on. But the thing about it here, I think they have started to decipher.
But yeah, so back to the point Cameron had died. But so in general, that was pretty much the gist.
Yeah, the gist of it. Main topic pretty much was like Atlanta. Why do I feel like they run the music scene? Yes, I do. Why do I feel like they do is because they have more of a collaborative effort. That's literally simply, I feel like, the reason that sets them apart from everybody else in the music industry.
Yeah, nah, I definitely agree. Like I said, I wish that more people would set their differences aside and understand that at the end of the day, this is about money. You know what I'm saying? And music, especially hip hop in general, is one of the few things that in this world are very colored orientated, that it's something that you can really control. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we need to be taking that next step in music where we own the labels, or like I said, really this part of social media, you don't need a huge backing. I mean, you can get popping really on your own. So
think about it like this in simple terms. You could be as popular as you want to. You can have 100,000 followers on YouTube or Instagram, whatever. If 100,000 people aren't showing up to your show, it really doesn't mean anything. If 100,000 people aren't buying your album, your gear, why do you think Travis Scott and, you know, Meg Thee Stallion and all these people do so well, the Baby do so well? Because they have major fan bases. These people are selling out venues. That means at least 1,000 people plus. You know what I'm saying? And that's on the low end, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, again, like, it's a number thing. It's a business. So one example people always, I'm gonna let y'all go out this, but one example I always use when people ask me about, like, you know, the whole comparison with numbers, streams, and fans. One artist I really like, I listen to him all the time, I follow his career most of the time, was Fat Man Key. You know, you've heard of Fat Man Key. Fat Man Key has been able to have such a longevity in the music industry, and yeah, he's not on the front page of every magazine. He's not like the front face, you know, the poster child of music in Atlanta. But everybody knows who the hell he is. Everybody knows that man can sell out a show. That man got hardcore fans, bro. Hardcore fans that buy his merch, go to his shows, retweet his posts, like, they are on him.
Now, there's a lot of artists that, like, I think, like, people, like, okay, I'm gonna give an example of like a Waka Flocka.
Yeah.
Where they might not have like that mainstream limelight on there, but they're still packing out venues, shows, stuff like that.
They're still booking, bro, for Vegas, Miami. Like, they're still booking.
Yeah, like, he's still getting his check.
Yeah, facts.
And yeah, man, there's so much room for opportunity, so many different ways to go out here and get a bag. That it's like, if y'all would just put some of this beef aside for a second and you know, take your city over, man. Take your city over. There should be more than Meek shouldn't be the only big artist to come out of Philly. There's too much talent in that city for Meek to be the only person that anybody knows.
Time out. Beep, beep. Do you count Uzi?
I do, because he is from there. But the reason that Uzi is so weird for me is because his style is based off of someone from Atlanta.
Okay.
The dreads, the music, the sound. That's why I say Atlanta runs music, because it's not even just what they do in Atlanta. Yeah. Like, when New York was on top, everyone wanted to rap like they were from New York. Everyone rapped with bars and punchlines and similes and double entendres, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a style of music. Music has shifted so much to Atlanta now that there's rappers from other places that don't even sound like they're from there.
Yeah, very true.
They sound like they're from Atlanta.
I remember for some reason I feel like they were giving. I just remember looking on like different tweets and different blog posts. So they were kind of giving Roddy a hard time at first. Cause they were like, "Bro, you're from the West Coast." Like,
and the crazy thing about it is that's why, again, to point back in Chicago, because Chicago is another place that has a huge influence on music. How many people rap with that drill music sound now? New York has that sound. People in Atlanta have adopted that sound. Philly has adopted that sound. Anywhere where there's trenches, there's drill music.
Oh yeah, they for sure adopted them.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. And that's another thing, like Chicago, another one who has such a big influence. Chief Keef don't get nearly enough credit that he deserves for the impact that he had on music in Chicago in general.
I still listen to Chief Keef from like 2012, bro.
Yeah, Finito is still better.
2012, 2013, I'm still bumping that music, bro, because it's like the music that's coming out today, that's literally where it came from. Like Chief Keef, GD, Glory Boys, bro, like Glory Boys, when they would come out with their little mixtapes and stuff like that, bro, everybody was bumping that shit. Everybody. So yeah, they never can anybody, if you're gonna talk about the pioneers, if you're gonna talk about the people who pushed for like the culture, the most influence in the culture and stuff like that, bro, you cannot leave Chief Keef and that whole Chicago movement out. You just can't. It's a sad fact, and honestly, if we want to be thinking forward, not that New York is taking that title away from Atlanta, but now I'm starting to see a lot of people come, artists from Atlanta. Hey, bro, pull up this drill beat, pull up this Fabio Foreign type beat. Like New York took a sound. They adopted a sound from UK with the beats. Pop Smoke said, "All right, cool. I'm gonna mix New York rap with UK drill beats and created a whole wave."
Yeah.
Now you got all these niggas in New York.
Yeah, doing it. At the end of the day, music is a culture of follow the leader, right? It's all about if something works and you're trying to get paid, why would you not adopt what the next person is doing?
Absolutely.
And like you said, when they see like a Pop Smoke, or like I said, like what came out in Chicago with the drill music, like look at Bobby Smurder and them from GS9.
Yeah.
That was drill music.
It was.
Had a New York spin on it.
Yeah, it was.
But it was drill music.
Facts.
Everything that made Snitch Boy 6ix9ine. Mickey Mouse ass.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, everything that made him poppin'. I mean, in a sense, it was drill music.
Yep.
Like his whole style was gang.
Okay.
Not really drill. It was a different. It wasn't drill music like how Chicago does drill music.
It was really just street music, for real.
That was.
It was really just because it's like everybody knew. I think looking at 6ix9ine and then knowing what. First of all, do y'all remember 6ix9ine before he was 6ix9ine? Do y'all what kind of music bro was making?
People like you, or even people like me, who are really into music. I think they do. But I don't think people think 6ix9ine was the industry.
He was making screamo music.
No, he was. But people think 6ix9ine was the industry playing.
Yeah.
Because he kind of like he did it, but for a lot of people, he came out of left field.
I'm gonna tell you how that whole how most of it transpired. Trippie Redd, they made a hard ass song. Yep. He just so happened to be featured on that motherfucker. Yep. And he took his own lane and basically they gave him a little spark, a little fire, and he just took off with it.
No, he ran
with it. That's really all he did, bro. Before Polls 1690, well, I came from Polls 1696, some shit. That song came out, Trippie, I was like, okay, this is a cool song. Nobody liked his verse. Then bro came out with, what was the first one? The Google? Was that the first one like he came out with? Yeah. It was because he rapped on a Pierre Bourne beat. Everybody was familiar with that sound. That was actually like the mainstream sound that was going at that time. Everybody could tell you, like Pierre, super influential producer. When he hopped on that Google beat, bro, he took the fuck off, and then it was also his image, you know, that helped and stuff like that. Which we come to find out it was fraud, but still, like, it got him to where he at now.
Alright, I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna bring this topic back, because he just brought me to another good topic, but it's kind of getting out of with the conversation with this, so we gonna shoot for the next episode right after this. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on the gram. What's your IG, bro?
K-Boy Valley on everything.
Mine, Life from 823 on everything. Make sure y'all, like I said, comment below. Let us know what y'all think about this topic, because I know y'all got a lot to say about it. But we're gonna be right back with the next episode, man. So.
Yes, sir.